everyone, welcome to our new YouTube channel and happy new year. We are so excited about the year 2022 and we have decided as a couple to start a YouTube channel to edify you and to inspire you. So my name is Fanny Washu
and I'm Kobing Washu. Very excited to be part of this new year, and I'm looking forward to the goodies that we have in store for all of us.
Yes, that's exactly right. Let's dive right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 different things that you must do to be successful in the year 2022. So the old is gone and the new has come, and therefore, let's look forward to great things in the year 2022. So the first thing that you must do to be successful in the year 2022 is to build self-confidence. So what is self-confidence?
Well, self-confidence means having confidence in oneself, which means that somebody should be able to go out there and showcase or express or show to others what they know best how to do. So in a simple form, that's what self-confidence is.
That's perfect. Yeah, I would just add, like, for me, when I think about self-confidence, I just think about the word believe. So just believing in yourself. So that's just the one thing I want to add, that because personally, when I think about myself and where I am today, it had to take me a minute to actually even be able to sit right here, right now, and to be able to communicate freely, because it was not easy in the past. But we're going to talk about that in another video. You're going to get to know more about me. But for today, I just want to say that if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you can do it, you will definitely do it. And so having this in mind, that yes, I can do it, and professing it is going to truly help you to build your self-confidence. Do you agree with me?
I definitely agree. I definitely agree that without building that self-esteem, which leads to having self-confidence, it is virtually impossible to get out there and do what we are called to do. And you know, the having self-confidence is not it's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So it starts from within. It starts from developing those attitudes or mindset, having the right mindset, understanding who I am or understanding who we are, and then from there, understanding what we know, because you know, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. There's a lot of information going on out there. And depending on what you believe in, you may develop self-confidence in yourself or not. And so being able to put all of these into the right perspectives will definitely influence how we carry ourselves out there.
That's exactly right. So I hope you got it. Now you need to get out of yourself and actually profess this ability that you can do this or that. You need to be able to get to the point where you can be comfortable to do things without being hindered, because when you're not being able to believe in what you can do, then the tendency is that you're not going to achieve, and probably year in, year out, you're going to find yourself on the same spot. Whereas if you build that self-confidence, there are a lot of things that you can create, there are a lot of things that you can do, and eventually you can achieve and you can be in a better place. So that's the very first point. So the second point that you need to take into account for this year 2022 is you must identify your weaknesses and your strength. When we talk about identifying your weaknesses, it means there are some things that are probably holding you back from being your best. So if you are able to identify those different weaknesses that you have, you can work on them, you can improve them, and they're going to help you to know yourself better and to know how to move on from there. Because if you don't identify your weaknesses, then you may have those weaknesses for so long and they are pulling you back. So that is one element, identifying your weaknesses. And then the other part is identifying your strength. So what do you think about it?
I think it's a very important there are two important things to becoming self-confidence, or to gaining or building self-confidence. And so being able to identify one strength is important, because it enables you to keep being motivated. It encourages you to go further ahead. It encourages you to know exactly what you are doing successfully.
Yeah.
But each person, everyone has something that they are struggling with, and that's what we call limitations. So, in other words, there are certain things in each person's life that are not enabling the person to be the best of who they are called to be.
Yeah.
And so, being able to identify those elements or those things that we call limitation, which could be in terms of our mindset, it could be in terms of our ability, our skills.
Yeah.
Our limitations could even be in terms of what other people tell us that we cannot do.
Right.
So whatever the limitations are, it is important for everyone to identify those limitations and build them up, build those limitations up, or transform, is a better term, transform those limitations into positivity, so that they eventually become strengths.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And for your strength, know that once you are able to identify your strength, then you can even build those strengths. You can develop those strengths. No one knows how far your strength can take you. And so if you are able to identify, for example, that you are good at,
You're good at drawing.
For example, you're good at drawing,
or you're good at singing.
or you're good at singing, just keep working on them. Just keep, practicing, putting more effort in those areas that are your strengths, and you realize that it can take you further than you ever thought or imagined. So, the thing that you must consider for this year 2022 to be successful is you need to do research. Like, literally, you need to do research. Personally, I have done a lot of research on so many things and so many areas. Before, I wasn't good at it, but I realized that it is something that is really good, because when you do research, you educate yourself in different things, in different areas, in different passions, and you realize that you discover yourself, and you just discover something about you that you never knew before.
Absolutely. When you do research, that enables you, first of all, to realize that you are limited. It also helps you to understand that you do not have infused knowledge, or you do not have the totality of knowledge. You also acknowledge, by doing research, that there are a lot of things out there that you may not necessarily be aware of. And so in the course of doing research, you are not only humble, but you are also acknowledging that you can learn from others.
That's exactly
But what
right.
I would even like to add on top of doing research is to know where to gather your information, which has to do with the source of your information. But there's also knowing how to use the information that you've gathered, because you can go, for example, to the internet, where you have a plethora of information. And so you gather all this information, but you do not even know whether it's pertinent information or it is relevant to what you want to do that will help you to be self-confident. And so doing research must be a strategic venture, or a strategic initiative. And so before you go about doing your research, you have to sit down with yourself and identify what is that is your limitation, and then what is that is your strength. And you go about now searching and looking where you can find this information. And I'm sure that in the course of time, we are going to develop more on some of this information that we're sharing with you guys.
That's exactly right. So these are pretty much just highlights, but some points that you can take into account, and that can be very beneficial to you this year. And like we were just talking about research, I mean, there are so many opportunities out there. This is not just to just saying it. There are so many opportunities, but information is power. When we get information, we're really empowered, and it helps us to grow. It helps us to move from one level to another when we have the right information and when we find out information in the right sources. So another point that we need to consider, and this is number 4, is build strategic connections. So what can you say about that?
Building strategic connections is very important.
Yeah.
First of all, every human being needs others. We are not meant, or we were not created to live this life alone, to
Right.
journey the ups and downs by ourselves. We were created to journey this life, the ups and downs of what life offers, with others. And so in this very same perspective, that doesn't mean that we should just go around and just connecting with everybody. That's where the aspect of strategic connection comes in. It means that we have to be selective. Not everybody that's out there has our mindset or has the same interest in what we are interested in.
Right.
And that is why we have to identify those people that exist out there that connect with us in some ways or another. And that is what the strategic connection is all about. Because when we connect with people who have the same mindset, or people who have something that they can add on to what we have, or vice versa, that enables us to mutually gain from our relationships or from our connections. And so it becomes a market where we give, a social market. I'm sure you understood it. It becomes a social market where we give and take. And that's how we grow. And that's how we build our self-confidence.
That's exactly right. So, there is just a lot that we can learn from each other, and knowing that by so doing, we are all going to grow. We want you to actually thrive. But for you to thrive, you need to changes that you need to do in your life, or some things that you need to take into account while going through this year, so that it's going to help you to be able to grow. Now, this point is a very, very important point. You probably know it, but we are going to mention it. So it's the last point that we have mentioned in this list, but hold on, it is the best and it is important. You need to take into account. And this particular one is, you need to build a very strong connection with God. This is not a joke. You need to build a very strong connection with God, not a passive connection. A passive connection is just that maybe you just get up in the morning, you just say, Lord Jesus Christ, bless my day, and that kind of a thing. Or maybe when you're having your meals, you just bless your meal. No, you need to build a unique relationship with the Father. Because when you do that, you will see that that relationship is going to bring you a lot of blessings.
I think that it's very important, not just important, but critical, to build a strong connection with the Most High. That is a way for us to acknowledge that there is a supreme force or a supreme God that created us, that knows what's going around with us, that knows our beginning and knows our end, and knows and has the best interest for us. And so the relationship that we have with others is not enough. We must start this relationship with others even by building a stronger connection with our Creator. And that is where these aspects falls into proper place. And one thing that having a strong connection with the Lord, with our God, implies is that it enables us to acknowledge who the source of our self-confidence is, because we cannot develop self-confidence of our own. Yes, we can do certain things, but remember what Philippians 4:13 says. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so that means if we depend on Him totally, total dependence, total reliance upon the Creator, then we will be able to brave the odds of our lives, including self-confidence.
That's exactly right. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So I hope that you are getting something out of this video. I hope that we are blessing your heart. I hope that we have blessed you in one way or the other. We have a comment section down below. Please give us a thumbs up and let us know if you have been blessed, or if you have any input to add. We will be glad to hear from you. And also we want to add that hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that whenever we upload videos, you can receive it firsthand. So we'll be glad that you join us on this journey and that you keep listening to our videos. We want you all to be successful in the year 2022, and so please stay posted.
Stay tuned. We have a lot for you this year, and as we journey together, we'd like to bring you some inspirational verses. Would like to be, even just to spice your day, would like to be there with you, hold you by hand and journey together. Would like to share with you some of our personal experiences, that way you can learn from us. And please do not hesitate to comment, ask questions, and contribute in one way or the other, because there are certain things that you may know. It's your experience is personal, and we may not know about your experience or your side of the story. And so by bringing that on this table, you will be blessing others as well. And so this channel is for you. This channel is for everybody.
That's exactly right. So we are going to be posting videos once every week, so stay tuned, and God bless you all.
God bless you, and do not forget to click the button to subscribe and hit
The notification bell.
Hit the notification bell.
That's exactly right. All right. Love you all, and God bless you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.